decided, they've learned that it's actually also a competitive advantage. The other thing they're beginning to look at now is food. They want to actually sell not just food in their stores, but really, really, really healthy food. And they've seen that as a competitive advantage. So I don't think it happens fast, but I think there's a lot of innovation out there, and I think creativity and creative organizations that begin to understand, and a lot of people are beginning to understand that we are living on Mars, is that in that new world, you're going to find a lot of early adopters. But it's going to be people like yourselves, people like me also saying, you know, are we aware of this here? We need to educate folks. But it's a slow process. And it's a necessary process. I'm not sure if that helped your answer, but that's kind of where, so as an organization, we're also trying to do this. Yes.
How do you propose we evaluate creativity? Because the standardized test, the big classroom with the rows ultimately is so we can evaluate what they're learning. And that's so we can kind of know the rules before we break them.
Yeah.
So there's kind of that balance between knowledge and creativity. So how do you propose we reconcile like teaching creativity and then evaluating creativity?
I don't have a real answer to